Maybe I will agree with Henry about the AI, but I will take AI as a tool or technology. But the basic problem remains of data analytics. When you speak in terms of pharma as an industry, they have voluminous data which is coming in. Fine. The data which will be used for physician engagement, the data which will be used in their commercial operations. These data will come from various sources, and as we all know, this is going to be structured and mostly it is unstructured data. How do you analyze this unstructured data? How do you combine this unstructured data into the structured data? How do you harmonize this entire data which is coming into voluminous bandwidth, and how do you analyze these things to make evidence and then use that evidence to draw some meaningful conclusions? So that is where this AI, machine learning, all these things as a technology is going to be useful. So when I agree with Enris as a AI as a technology, the problem what we are dealing with today is the data. So data analytics will be done in a better manner by using these technologies. So that's my view. When technology is AI, the end product is data analytics, and the evidence which is going to come out of that use of the technology and the evidence of data being analyzed, being brought into a meaningful conclusions to make sense out of it. And that is going to be the actual use of the technology, what we are going to see. But I would like to give a small story to this context. I will read a report which I read recently. It's a report on Gen AI. 70% of biopharma executives expect Gen AI will facilitate faster decision making. Fine. It is also added that 55% say it will accelerate innovation. 40% of life sciences work hours will be impacted by AI. When we read such reports, we feel very happy that, okay, there is going to be a big impact of a very new thing which is going to come, and it is going to completely revolutionize what we are thinking, and going forward it is going to be the big thing which is going to make things better. Fine. Keeping this as one side of the spectrum, I will just give you a small incident which happened a few days ago. Our DCT platform was used in an ongoing clinical trial which got completed few days ago. Fine. A customary practice is when the trial gets completed, we have to share the data with the sites. The current guideline says that you have to share the data with the sites in a CD so that they store it at the sites and then be able to retrieve the data for the next 15 years. So when I was approached, my team member was approached to cut a CD and give it to them. Where do I have a feature to cut a CD and give it to them? I don't have it. Fine. But the site is insisting that I need to give them a CD because current guideline says that I have to give it to the CD. They are showing me a
Wow.
guideline. Fine. That's what they say. And the whole paradox there is that they are going to store the CD to retrieve the data after 15 years. What is going to be after 15 years? Nothing. So on one side, we say that we are going to revolutionize with Gen AI. On the other side, we are still talking about a rule which is outdated even 15 years ago. Fine. So this is the kind of a system where we are working. So first, I would talk in terms of key takeaway when we speak about these big things is that training and changing these basic fundamental things. That's what maybe training and translating the existing rules and fundamental things to what we are talking about today. Fine. That's the basic thing what I would like. And change management. When we are adapting to new things, our current practices also should change in line with the new practices what we are adapting and moving forward. Having said that, we are speaking about data analytics. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, everything needs to grow along with that in a step-by-step manner. When we speak about, again, the data, now we speak in terms of GDPR rules, California bills. Everything brings its own requirements in terms of how we aggregate them, data harmonization, data analysis, data synthesis. These are all bigger challenges which we need to keep in mind always, but we don't attach importance to them at a level where we need to attach to them. So it is not just speaking about them in terms of at a higher level. We need to speak about all these things at a micro level and not just at a leadership level on conference podiums. This needs to percolate down to the actual doer level. That is my usual thought process. So conferences and seminars at each and every level should talk about these things for various reasons. Now we all know there is a renewed interest of speaking about blockchain for various purposes after a couple of years of uh, specific nature. Now, blockchain again has picked up very specific interest for multiple purpose, including recruitment and creating communities of participants. So we are again now picked up that interest again for various purposes, including community building. That's one area where we are now speaking about blockchain and creating communities. That was our original interest. And also now we are focusing on Gen AI, which is also a powerful engine for creating content writing. Content writing is also a very integral component of clinical research and drug development, because starting from protocol and informed consents and up to PSCR, ISCR documents, there are multiple documents are written in the entire journey of the conduct of clinical trials. Everything is primarily a content writing activities, and Gen AI, LLM models, and all those things comes into a very handy methodology for that. So we are writing now a very specific proof of concepts activities in using Gen AI and a suite of technologies for using those use cases, and that also would be available very soon. So renewed interest on blockchain for creating communities of patients for recruitment purpose, and using Gen AI and allied technologies for content writing are the two key areas which we are going to work in 2024.